Hi, I'm John and welcome to the Jigsaw Puzzler. Today's puzzle is a speed puzzle. Last weekend I participated in an online speed puzzling competition run by Speed Puzzles Australia. It was a really fantastic event. I quite enjoy doing them from time to time. Being in a small country town, as I've mentioned before, a long way from a metropolitan area, I don't get to go to speed puzzling competitions or other puzzling events very easily. So when these come around, I'm really grateful that they exist. The puzzle was this one, 500 pieces, which is standard for an individual for a speed puzzle competition. Educa brand, called the Ice Cream Shop. The puzzle picture itself depicts a whole swag of different kinds of ice cream and different ways of serving ice cream around a central blackboard which lists the varieties of ice creams that are available in the ice cream shop. We have ice creams on a cone, we have a very large banana split, we have ice cream sundaes, we have ice creams in waffle cone cups, regular cups in glasses. We've got this sundae over here in a glass, another one at the back here. Different colours, flavours, textures, some with cherries on the top, some with sprinkles, some with straws. There are strawberries, all sorts of details in this puzzle. A really fun image and quite a challenge, though not too difficult for a speed puzzle. Educa, a Spanish jigsaw puzzle manufacturer, so their puzzle quality is quite high. The pieces are very thick, not the thickest I've ever had, but they are quite sturdy and thick. They have a nice matte finish. They're ribbon cut with a variety of different shapes, variations on the 2 up and 2 down normal puzzle shape. And I would have to say this one is a bit of a loose fit. I tried, I can barely lift up sections of it here, but it is quite a loose fit. However, some of it does hold together sort of okay. This puzzle has a couple of, quite a large number actually, of pieces which just butt up against each other. For example, I've got these two here, where the bottom of this one is not a tab, but a bump, and that it fits into the bump on the other side. So they don't interlock fully, which means that, piecing them together, that helps to make it quite a loose puzzle. Some people use those in competitions or even just doing regular puzzling. Some people use those as a bit of a clue as to what the piece is that goes next to it. So if you can find all of the bump pieces and bring and get them out, you can piece pairs of pieces together. I didn't do that for the speed puzzle competition, though it is something that could be done. So a reasonably good quality puzzle, a busy image, colourful image, plenty of colour and texture to work on, and also enough challenge where you find similar elements of the same colour across the puzzle, like the pink here and here and here, to focus on or kind of to distract you a little bit. So as I went through the competition, I did this puzzle in about 1 hour and 20 minutes, which is roughly average-ish for me for a 500-piece puzzle in a speed puzzling situation as an individual. I'm trying to get better than that. I'm trying to get faster than the 1 hour 20, but that's being a slow process. This puzzle, when we opened our bags, we could see the image on the puzzle. So we had a few minutes before actually puzzling to have a quick enough look to decide, well, what is the focus of my puzzling going to be for this competition? And that helped me to sort my puzzle pieces. Now, I tipped the pieces into sorting trays, which I probably shouldn't have done in retrospect. Sometimes in puzzle competitions, I have just simply spread them all up one side of the board and done the puzzle on the other side of the board. And I think that on this occasion, I probably should have done that, to have all the pieces spread out so that I can pick out the colours and the textures more quickly. But it's a learning opportunity for me. and I think that I've learned something from that. So when we opened the bags, and I did a full flip inside the sorting trays so that I could see everything. I pulled out all the edge pieces, made a pile of those. I made a pile of the blackboard pieces. They're really quite distinctive, the blackish grey and the chalk writing on it. I made a pile of those. I made a pile of the gold edge frame around the blackboard. I did that separately, and then picked out a couple of really distinctive colours that I thought would be quite quick to put together. So this pink and purple glass over here for this sundae, the sort of aqua blue green colour of this ice cream down here, these two swirled ice creams that are a mixture, this one a green and white with sprinkles, and this one purple and blue with sprinkles. I pulled all of those out. And then I just got into the puzzle, did as much of the edge as I could, worked on the blackboard and those elements just to get those in. The blackboard takes up about 1/5 of the puzzle, which means that I got a big chunk of it done fairly quickly. Then what happened was something that often happens to me in the speed puzzling competition, and this is something that I'm going to have to work at overcoming, is the mental game. It is in your head, the game is in your head. And I got through those things, and my mind, my eyes couldn't really focus on a particular thing, an element in the picture to focus on, to pull out of the sorting trays to work on next. There was a bit of scrambling around in my brain of what to do next. I did pull out all the chocolate sauce elements, so along this banana, this sundae here, this ice cream in the waffle cone here, and a few other little bits of drizzled chocolate. I did do that. I did the ice cream cones. Now this one here is quite golden yellow, so it wasn't too hard to pull out, and there are a few other ice cream cones around. But once I got that out, I got stuck. I really got stuck. There's a lot of pink and red, and I just didn't know where to focus. I managed to pull out the swirly mixed ice cream in this one. The yellow, bright yellow, I think it might be chunks of jelly in this, but I was really scrambling for what's next, what's next, what's next. And my brain just couldn't focus. And I think I was overwhelmed by red and pink. I probably should have pulled red and pink out and made a pile of them alone, and then just chipped away at that, gone for the different shades of pink, the different shades of red, the different textures of red, the red of the strawberries versus the red of the cherries versus the red of this bowl of ice cream over here, or this ice cream here. So I think I probably should have done that. However, one colour that did pop out to me in the process was green. There's not actually a lot of green in this puzzle. We've got a green ice cream here, which is mostly done by the edge. We've got a little flash of it here, this stripy swirly one here, which I did quite early on. We've got some green checks in the background, and then handfuls of leaves, like strawberry leaves, and little bits of green elsewhere. Purple jumped out, but again, a lot of that was actually towards the edges. These two spoons here, the purple ice cream through here. There is this swirl here and the straw and this glass, but as I'd already pulled those out early on, I couldn't go on with that. So I really reached a point in my head where I knew that I was playing a mental game and that I was battling myself, not really racing against the other competitors, but really battling myself and what was going on in my own head. I am pleased with my result. I'm actually very pleased with my result. I came, I think, 8th out of, I don't know, 30-something competitors. I'm very happy with the top 10 placing, and very happy again with the 1 hour 20 minutes time that I got for this. It's a busy puzzle, but a pleasurable one. Quite an enjoyable puzzle from Educa. I did do a time lapse, which I'm sort of running at the same time as me talking here. And I apologise for the sort of the weird angle that the camera's on. I had to have my laptop set up in front of me with the camera pointing down to the table in the spot that I would normally have my camera, so that the person running the competition could see when I finished and take the time from that. And so one of the rules is the person running the competition has to see your board at all times to genuinely check when you have finished. Or if you're missing pieces, there are a couple of people who had extra pieces in their puzzles. So my camera was set up to one side. It happened to be, well, I had to set it, the place it was a little bit further away. It's at a weird angle. You don't get a very good view of the speed puzzling, but I thought I'd just include it anyway as a bit of an inset in the video so that you can see sort of the process and what I'm doing through the competition. So if you'd like to click like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate that. Make some comments below about speed puzzling, about this particular image, about Educa puzzles, anything at all. I'd be more than happy to respond to those. So really encourage people, if they want to give it a go, just give speed puzzling a go. I mean, it's not a make or break kind of competition. It is kind of fun to see, well, what can I do and how fast can I go? And each puzzle is different. Some I've taken more than 2 hours to complete a 500-piece puzzle. Some I've done around the 1 hour 20 mark. So I do encourage people to even just give it a go. So thank you for watching.